Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Moss. Today we have a Rocket League video. This video will be a little bit different. We have a Rocket League tips and tricks video. Somebody requested it. I said I'm gonna do it. So here I am doing it. Question was like advice on how to control their car better and get better touches and basically hit the ball easier and better, more quality. Here I am to tell you. I genuinely, I'm here to tell you that like, I still struggle with that as well myself. I do have some fairly decent mechanics, and I can just tell you my experiences that's gotten me better and got me able to train better as well. I think that's also a key part, is training better. So today I have 4 tips, 2 mental, 2 physical. They both kind of mesh together in a way where one will influence the other and the other will influence the one. If you like this kind of videos, just let me know in the comments, man. I appreciate it. And also hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to 5. And yeah, let's get into it. I think we'll start off with the physical tips. This is just the muscle memory that we need to get down and a way to train. The muscle memory and a way to train, you feel me? So it's pretty simple. I know most people are either on console or they're on Epic Games where they don't actually have workshop maps to genuinely work on their control. So instead we'll use training packs. I'll show you right now. Our 3 training packs are aerial shots, redirect by Poquito, and backboard therapy and double tap playground by Whey Protein. Fire, all 10 out of 10 for aerial play and practicing it. I think this is tip number 1. This is literally tip number 1. Just playing these. Back when I was truly grinding, my peak was GC1 and some change. And this was all I was doing. It was just like these 3, and obviously you can see I got these ones, but for the most part it was these 3, and then just straight free play and workshops. Why I'm still this low? Because I don't play games like I should be, but here we are. So that's really just tip number 1, is just putting the hours on these 3 modes and free play, just getting used to it. But now an actual tip that you can genuinely implement in your game pretty quickly, I would say, we'll take redirects. This is gonna be a pretty easy one to do. Sometimes, I don't know what this is. Tip number 2 is to work on our takeoff. I think it really is the most simple part of our aerial, but it's also the one that gets kind of overlooked, which is why it kind of hinders the rest of our aerial, you feel me? So basically, we need to obviously fast aerial. That's the easiest thing to do, I would say. Jump, boost, jump again. That's our little brief overview. Very simple. You get up the fastest, easy, boom, cool. But there's another key part to that, which I think people kind of neglect, which is actually facing the ball. And by facing the ball, I mean where it's going to be at, like where its peak is going to be at, and being able to read it. This is why I think these are like the best ones with the aerial shot redirect ones in the backboard, because reading the backboard is very difficult, but once you can actually read that bounce and its flight path, and then you can meet it at a certain area, a certain speed as well, then you're going to be like top tier. And then you're going to also learn how to angle your car to actually get the ball into the net, not just hit it, right? So something that we tend to do, take this one for example, is just drive forward, right? So with this, I would meet this ball, like I would have to like come all the way out here to meet the ball, right? If I just drive forward, right? Now if I boost and drive forward, now I'm like waiting for the ball to get to me, right? Instead of kind of going to get it. Something I learned actually playing tennis. When the ball is coming towards you, you should be doing majority of the work. You should be doing like 90% of the work to get to it, and then let the ball get to you the other 10%, right? I gotta angle my car first towards the intersection. You see how I turn first before I even jump. Turn just a little bit to meet it at this point now, right? My goal is now to meet it at that very apex right there, instead of just meeting it way out here. Because now, let's say I want to get to it really quickly. Now I have to like angle my car backwards and do a whole bunch of extra stuff, because I'm just trying to get to it way too fast now, right? From a really hard angle. I gotta come back and then go. Now my boost is basically gone. I'm gonna make a terrible touch. The ball is in my net now. So it's like, see, like now it's like, let's calm down, right? Angle my car to it. Now it's like a straight flight. get any touch I want. At the very end is just angling my car the right way. And that could be a mental tip as well, but I still think it's a physical tip strictly because instead of just going straight and then having to come back like this, you can work on your takeoff by angling yourself on the ground first and then going up in the air. And that's something you can do quickly, very quickly. That's a physical tip to me because now you get to angle your car on the ground first before you actually angle your car in the air. Because when you angle your car in the air, that's when it gets difficult. All you gotta do is turn to the left just a little bit, right? And then you go up in the air, and then it's just basically a straight line from where you're at to the ball. That's where some game sense and some dexterity, if you will, comes into play where you just gotta angle your car to actually get the ball into the net. That part, it's very situational. There's a lot. I can't really teach you that. That's just something you gotta figure out on your own. That's something where I would just watch like pro players go for redirects and stuff like that towards their net. You could see how they angle their car. And then you just kind of try to mimic that. That's kind of what I did. Got one more bonus tip. I think that is working on more advanced mechanics, right? I'm not gonna say do double, like if you're like platinum, do double flip resets. I'm saying maybe if you're platinum, like kind of do something that could be useful that you can kind of do now. So like a ceiling shot, right? I feel like that's doable. Like, so basically for me, what I did is I was dumb playing the game back then. And my first thought was try to do all the cool stuff, air dribbles, and I was air dribbling in like gold 3, I think. And that was like my first air dribble. I think it was gold 3, maybe plat 1, which to me is absurd. That's not necessary. I think if you work on these advanced aerial mechanics, you could actually increase your mechanical ability pretty quickly. But with that, you have to also increase your game sense and work on the basics as well. Like just hitting the ball into the net is your kickoff. Like just work on the normal stuff too. Like you gotta find a good regiment. So like when the easy opportunities come in, I can hit a whole flip reset, but can I score? I can hit a flip reset, but can I hit the ball into the open net? Yes, but you want to be more consistent at hitting the ball into the open net than you are at flip resets. This is just more beneficial. Anyways, moral of the story, bonus tip, work on advanced mechanics, maybe like every now and then. Those are my physical tips. Now we have our mental tips, right? So the first mental tip I think is also very easy. This kind of goes into physical, which is why I said they kind of mesh together, is stop trying to be so fancy. I still think of it as mental because you see like what the pros do and you see how they do it and you want to be like that, but in reality they have 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 more hours than you do at the game. It's their job. We're normal people right now. We're very normal people right now. Trying to do what they're doing. When you go up for the ball, I'm actually gonna go back into the training pack. Right, when you go for the ball, a lot of people want to like spin like this the whole time and then get the ball in. But you don't realize that whole time you're doing all this spinning and you're wasting boost. Now you're making a harder angle for yourself. You gotta like angle yourself at the very last minute, all that craziness. In reality, you can just kind of get there, waste less boost, you get more power every now and then, just like that shot. You just stay still, boom, bucket 50, 76 miles an hour, top shelf. That's not savable. Let's be real. At our ranks, nobody's saving that. A lot of people want to be fancy, want to air roll the whole time, and then at the very end of their air roll, they make a crazy looking touch. Or they just, when they on their takeoffs, they air roll off their takeoff, and then their takeoff is just messed up now. So now you really wasting boost to just get to the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's all like a waste of boost, a waste of your own time, and you fumbling the bag bad. Make calculated adjustments, right? If you're more comfortable with somehow, like let's say you're more comfortable upside down, which is the case sometimes. Say you're more comfortable with your car upside down, then fly upside down for a little bit. Fly upside down when you're going into the air so you know how to get to the ball. You know how to get to the ball easier, right? Because that's where your control is the best. Like play to your strengths instead of trying to play fancy and then you end up playing into your weaknesses, right? Tip number 2, final tip, technically. Final tip, have some intent when you play the game. When you practice, not only when you practice, But when you actually go for your aerials, have some intent. What I mean by intent is like, I'm not gonna say predict everything that you're gonna do, like in the air. That's just not gonna happen. I'm just saying have an idea and try to execute it. I want to hit a ceiling shot. Well, then go for the ceiling shot and like full commit to it, right? Focus on getting a good first touch, get to the ceiling, hit the ball with some power into the net, right? It's just 3 basic criteria that could look different for everybody. That gives you a chance to really display your mechanics and utilize what you've learned. But it also doesn't make you don't second guess yourself. And a lot of times people mess up because they second guess themselves. All of a sudden you like, okay, I'm really finna go for a double touch, and then you realize you see your teammate to the left, you're like, I should pass. And now you're doing 2 things at once. Now you're trying to do 2 things at once. You realize you don't have 2 cars, right? You got 1. So when you go up in the air, you should already have an idea, a blueprint, you should say, a blueprint, an outline of what you want to do, and then try to execute it. Because all of a sudden, like, let's say you get into that ceiling shot, you get up to the ceiling, you see somebody challenging, so now you gotta flick the ball downwards. But guess what? You still have boost. You get to bounce that ball like LeBron and dunk on them again like Ja. That's something that happens spontaneously though. That's not something you can really plan. If you have pre-made moves, you're gonna fumble because there's no reason for you to do all that. That's my final tip, is having an intent. Like, let's say you just want to shoot the ball, then just shoot the ball. Like, you go up in the air, getting a redirect, just redirect it, right? Don't think about I want to I guess you can say I want to redirect the top corner, okay? But don't be like, I'm gonna angle my car this way so I can redirect the top corner, get a skimmer. Like, you're not. That just has to happen naturally, right? At least in my experience, that just happens naturally. There's no physical way that I can predict everything I'm finna do. Watch the pros, watch tutorial videos. I mean, most of this literally just comes with hours. That was pretty much it. I mean, if I didn't hit something that y'all wanted to hear, if you have any extra questions, you want me to elaborate on anything, let me know in the comments. I'll probably respond. I'll be able to respond to pretty much all of them. Let me know if you want any more tips and tricks. Let me know if y'all think I did a good job. This is my first time actually like trying to teach a wide audience. So just let me know if y'all think I did a good job. Let me know if there's anything else I should touch on. We almost at 1K. That's gonna be crazy. 1K by the end of this year for sure. So let's try to hit 5 likes. Well, good luck getting better at the game. I hope y'all get to it. I hope y'all get to y'all desired ranks this season. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.